get the bag, gotta get the bag. Ain't no need to lag, ain't no need to lag. Yeah, gotta chase the bag, gotta chase the bag. Ain't no need to lag.
What's up? What's up, and welcome to Lunchtime in the Lab, your number one gambling podcast for quick picks. I forgot to tweet something. Just a second. Give people a chance to get in here. Okay. All right. Thanks for joining. Let's see. I think somebody was in the comments already. Jordan for Prez. Yeah. That'll never happen. Anyhow, probably make today a little quick. Everything's just kind of running together. Sometimes, it always feels like it's a Thursday. Just a lot going on. We're going to kickstart the 10K challenge back up. I need to, break that game down. There's a WNBA game on at 1 that, maybe I'll get into as we're waiting for, baseball to start. But yeah, just, what is that? What, Tim? What you talking about? Y'all can see me, right? We just waiting. This is beautiful, guys. Well, I don't understand what that means. But anyway, 3-0 day yesterday. That was nice. Nice to see a 3-0 day yesterday. Just a second. Let me check something. Okay, good. Oh, I got you. Yeah, the goal is to hopefully have, one day, we got 30 people waiting, 100 people watching live, something like that. We'll get there, though. Anyway, though, I just got back from a run recently. Kind of had, plays put together before then, had some line movement, so kind of had to mess with some stuff. But we are good to go. But yeah, just kind of a lot of stuff to do today. So we're gonna try to streamline, try to get through this. But like I said, 3-0 day yesterday. We were 2-1, I think, the day before that. So we're on like a 5-1 run last 2 days. If you're in the Discord with Beer Money Picks, we went 4-1 yesterday combined. The one miss was on the Rangers early up promo. Finally gave it back to us, and I ran it, and I lost. There was a point in the second inning. The Rangers had 4 singles in a row with no outs, and they only scored 1 run. So, I mean, there's a guy on first and second, and they singled. And I mean, I wasn't watching, but I mean, like, normally you see that guy from second score, but they held him. But I swear I've been seeing a lot of people getting thrown out, like, at home and stuff too. So, I mean, I guess it's better than that, So, anyhow, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and hop into it here. Actually, let me text Ty real fast. Okay. Anyway, let's pull the screen up, and we're just gonna keep doing it the way we've been doing it because it's easier this way. Oops, I forgot to hit share. Let's see. Okay. First off, we had some sucky weather yesterday, but no games. At least for the time period. No games on the possible rain delay or rain out list or anything like that. So that is that's certainly good to see. Just in general, the Twins here, Festa. I think he's like a pretty good strikeout pitcher. He's tall, apparently. I believe that's a rookie starting, though. Montgomery's been tough. I'll have a play in that game. Cubs and Giants, just not interested in touching anything with the Cubs. And the Giants really just not a team that I'm interested in betting on, to be honest. I just don't usually mess with them very often. You would think Eminago holds it down, but dude got blown up last time. So just not interested in touching that game. Braves and White Sox, you got Chris Sale coming back to Chicago. He was a pitcher for the Chicago for the longest time. Minus 300s, though. I feel like we keep seeing these minus 300s lose. I just don't think I can take a money line, in this spot. I will have a play on this game, but White Sox pitcher to be determined. But I think it's like some DeLone guy or something like that. Um, Marlins and Phillies. Zach Wheeler's been lights out. Trevor Rogers is like 1-8 or something like that. Phillies hit lefties really well. Phillies should run away with this game. I got to play on that. Orioles, Rangers, I do not have a play, but Corbin Burns has been pretty solid. Rangers, we seen yesterday. I mean, they were hitting the ball fairly decently, but I mean, the Orioles are hitting the ball really well. So I would certainly probably lean Orioles way. Yankees, Blue Jays. I had Barrios pulled up for a minute. I think, but it scares me because the Yankees didn't hit the ball very well yesterday. They do hit. They've hit him well in the past. I was looking at like a Yankees first 5 team total or like his outs under or his earned runs or something like that, but I couldn't quite get to pull the trigger. This Reds and Cardinals game, the Cardinals have hit Abbott really well. He's given up 6 earned runs and is in back-to-back starts now against the Cardinals. I don't think I landed on a play, but I would lean Cardinals here. Mikolas, is rough. Maybe the over being a good look, but we do have some wind blowing in pretty heavily. You see the line actually just moved, so someone's coming in on the under that just moved it. Probably a stay away type game, but I do feel like the Cardinals, like first 5 team total or Abbott's over, earned run could be a good look. Royals, Guardians, I probably lean over. Divisional battle. Royals finally started hitting the ball. They were, it was 1-0, and I needed them for the 2-leg money line play. And, they put up 5 runs, I think, in the bottom of the 8th. And, they kind of turned it on, and hopefully they continue, with that. And then to wrap it up, we got the Tigers and the Angels. Flaherty's pitching. We know he's pretty good for his over outs. It's juiced like minus 160 right now. So that's something to, think about potentially or something like that, So to get into what I think is going to be my favorite here today. Let's talk about, let me actually see. Hopefully this app that I would like to use is working for me today. It's been kind of sucking. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, let's talk about the Phillies. Phillies minus 1.5. I looked at like Zach Wheeler to get a win. I looked at actually that was it really for this game. The money line's going to be a good look. It's just you get in these minus 300s and like just shit happens. Bad things happen, it seems. Which obviously I'm going to back both sides here to win, but just in terms of like a 2-leg safe play, I don't really think there is one today because there's just some really lopsided lines. But I'll have to look a little harder. I mean, these games don't start till 3:40, so I mean, we don't really have to lock in, anything crazy. I mean, I'll have my 3 official plays, but Discord wise, like after this, I want to possibly look at WNBA because there's that 30% boost. Thursday baseball has been really weird too. Like I've personally been saying it. The last couple Thursdays seem like they've kind of sucked. And then we also have that CFL, the Canadian football, tonight as well. Anyway, Trevor Rogers is 1-8 with a 4.90 ERA. He's away today with a 4.75 ERA. Night games, he pitches, he's got a 5.59. I think 620 is probably considered a night game. It's a little more difficult. He has certainly been pitching better. In June, he's pitching to a 3.33. Here recently, you look at some of his starts, 2 earned runs, 2, 2, 2, 1, 4, 1, 4. We just know this Phillies team hits the ball just so well. I think the Phillies more than likely destroy him in this spot. And like I said, I mean, they've been hitting lefties really well, too. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Trevor Rogers versus the Phillies. I think there's a D in Rogers. Yeah. So in his career, he's 1-6 with a 6.99 ERA. If you look at his last starts here, we can go to, let's see, earned runs. Well, let's just look at, innings pitched and runs. 5, 3, 4, 4, 7. So in his last 5 starts, he's given up, at least 3 runs. What is that? 16. That's like 23 runs or something in 5 starts. You can see, I mean, he has not been very successful. He's taken the loss in 3 straight starts against them. He's pitched 11 times now, and has never really sniffed a win. Well, one time he's got a win here, so he has not fared very well against the Phillies. If we look at, let's see here. I mean, honestly, the current Phillies don't really hit all that well, but they haven't really faced him. I mean, Harper's only, bats 235, Bomb's batting 176, Schwarber 222. Schwarber's, batting average is always low. Castellanos, bats 500, Marsh, whatever. In his history against the Phillies, he's been terrible. And then on the reverse side, you have Zach Wheeler has been, fantastic. He's 9-4 with a 2.73 ERA. He got beat up against Baltimore at Baltimore last time, but if you look at his last couple home starts, he gave up just 1 run in 7 innings against Arizona, 1 run and 7 against Milwaukee, 2 and 7 against the Rangers, 2 and 7 against the Nationals, 1 and 7 against San Francisco. The guy's been fantastic at home. Trevor Rogers is not good away. Trevor Rogers isn't good just in general. So not a whole lot of handicap too. I mean, the Phillies minus 130, I think, is a pretty good number there. I think the Phillies, on paper, the Phillies should kill them today. So that's what we're gonna run for the first play here. And I guess second play, because I've already talked about it. As a juice reducer, we're gonna go with Trevor Rogers to not get a win. I already said it. He's faced the Phillies, I think I said 12 times. He's got a win in just one of those. I don't know what that percentage is, but that's a pretty damn low percentage, under 10%, hit rate essentially. A 90 plus hit rate, for him to not get a win. So, I mean, that's why it's 650. And then you have Chris Sale to record a win, I think is a nice way to play this. It's still going to be juice. It's going to still come out to like minus 110, something like that. It's not perfect, but I think it's a pretty okay way to play it instead of a minus 1.5 at minus 195, instead of a minus 325 money line. We can play a minus 165 for him to get a win and then just put that juice reducer with it because the Phillies are going to kill, the Marlins today. Chris Sale, like I said, going back to Chicago, a very familiar place to pitch at. I don't know if it's his first time going back. I mean, I doubt it. I mean, he was with Boston for a while. It's been quite a while since he's been with the White Sox. I feel like, in order for him to get a win, he's got to go a full 5 innings and they have to be up. The Braves, hit the ball very well. Just, we were on it yesterday. We were on the Braves yesterday. The Braves put up, I think, 4 in the first inning. The Braves were hitting the ball really well. I don't know who's going to be pitching for the White Sox, but Chris Sale is going to. I just don't see a world where Chris Sale gives up many runs. If he gives up, I don't see him giving up more than 2 runs. I looked pretty heavily at his over outs prop, over 18.5 at like plus 125. I think he's going to go really deep in this game. And I mean, that could certainly be like an option if you wanted to like go that route. It's juiced at plus 126, but if you look on the year, he's over, 18.5, 1, 2, 3. Well, let's hold it back up. He's over 17.5. So he's gone a full 6 innings, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. If he goes over 17.5, he is going over 18.5 in 8 of those 9 starts. So if he pitches into the 7th inning, he is pitching the entire 7th inning. The White Sox see, I think I read the 9th lowest pitches. They're ranked at, the very bottom in all offensive, categories. I think he's going to pitch a full 7 innings in this game. If you think that's a good idea, ride that 18.5 if you want to do that. I'm pretty back and forth with it, but I normally tend to try to go the safe route. So if we think that Chris Sale is going to go 7 full innings today, against the White Sox, The White Sox pitching, I don't know if they're running bullpen. I don't know if they're calling somebody up. They still don't have anybody listed for today. I just don't see a world where the Braves aren't winning this game, when Chris Sale comes out, because I expect him to shut the offense down and him to go deep into the game, especially against his former team. There's no way he's gonna not be successful against his former team. He's got a K prop set to 7.5. I mean, you could even look at that. I guess he did go against the White Sox last year, but he went against the White Sox last year and he didn't get a win. But he's pitched. That doesn't seem right. He's got 10 wins already. Oh, I think I was looking at Zach Wheeler. Yeah, Chris Sale's 10-2. He's pitched 14 times. He's 10-2. Away, 3-6. I think his strikeouts are going to be a good look today. I think his over 18.5 is going to be a good look today. I think that if you put them together and just go with him to get a win, and then you go with Trevor Rogers to not get a win, I mean, it's minus 118. It's by no means pretty. But I think that it's a good look. That's what we'll do for the second play. So that'd be 1.18 units. Chris Sale to get a win, Trevor Rogers to not get a win. And then the Phillies minus 1.5. Chuck. Phillies over 2.5 first 5, minus 130 saver play. Possibly. I mean, obviously the odds are better because there's just a higher degree of risk. I mean, they could start slow. They can only score 2. They can only score 1. They could score nothing until the 6th inning. The route I think I'm going is probably like the safer play. And then lastly, we are going to target Jordan Montgomery here. But I haven't had a lot of, Corey mentioned, Montgomery hits allowed. I think that's probably a good look. I haven't had success. I have not had success with hit props. The last time I did it, I needed 5.5 for the Yankees. And our pitcher got pulled, and then we got hooked on it. I've been getting killed. I've been getting killed on them. So I think that the over 2.5 earned runs is the safer play here. So if we look, at home, he had been doing a pretty good job. I mean, he's good to go at least 5 innings. I would expect him to go into the 6th inning if he's not, his pitch count isn't really high. We can expect him to go 6 innings. We could certainly play the Twins first 5 team total, but we're sitting at plus 124. If we go with Jordan Montgomery over 2.5 earned runs, it gives us a little bit more like leeway, if that makes sense. Because they could they could only have, 2 runs, and he could pitch into the 3rd inning or the 6th inning. And then obviously we can get our runs that way. And I talked about him getting in trouble, and then, he gets pulled and they end up scoring. Those earned runs will get credited, to him as just like a rule of baseball. I think the Twins first 5 team total isn't a bad look, but I think that the Montgomery over 2.5 earned runs is the better look here. And obviously you can see it in the odds. You got a minus 125 plus a 124. Minus 125 is certainly a playable, straight. I'll play a straight all the way up to minus 135 is generally my limit. minus 140, minus 150. I mean, sure, and I'll put like 1.5 units on it, call it like a bigger play. But I think there's just a degree of safety that we essentially are going to get one extra inning if he is pitching maybe a little better or something like that for us to get some runs over the first five. He's, of course, he's a lefty. If I'm not mistaken here, the Twins the Twins have the highest batting average against left-handed pitchers. Hitting lefties really well. I mean, they're cranking lefties, to be honest. I mean, they're going to be able to stack righties. I think right-handed pitchers against Jordan Montgomery. Let's see. I thought it said on here. Oh, I didn't realize. I went to a different website, and there you go, the number one right there. It's in red because we're looking at Jordan stats. I wonder if we went to earned runs, if it'd be in green. Yeah, see, it's in green. So you look at Minnesota versus lefties. I did not, man. Outlier's so nice. I don't know how well you can see this. I can't zoom it. I just went over to the MLB website to find the information, but here it is right here. They've got the highest average versus lefties, the sixth highest on base percentage, the third highest slug, the third highest runs created, and batting average balls in play, fifth highest in the last 30 days. So this is no outlier. They're second highest, third, 10th. They're hitting lefties, really well. Look, he's got a 301 batting average against, which is in the first percentile, high ERA. I swear it used to show like what his ERA is against like, right-handed pitchers versus lefties, but it doesn't show that. But I mean, you can see these guys just rake against left-handed pitching. I mean, Vasquez 213, Castro 365, Farmer 222, Royce Lewis 400. That dude's got to be due to hit a home run today, right? He's been way off. Miranda 239, Santana 294, Buxton 274, Kepler 286, Margot 314, Martin 286, Correa 305. Look, honestly, this game could be nuts. Like all of these Twins hitters, like there are so many guys on the Twins team that you could take for a home run today. I like Carlos Correa the most, but I've seen a lot of Farmer, Royce Lewis, Buxton. I mean, you can almost run like a 3-leg, home run lotto, which makes me just feel that, this is a good look for us today. So that's what we're going to do, guys. I think it's a fantastic look. The Twins are going to murder Montgomery today. However, I don't know what to think about this pitcher. We don't know if he's going to be great, if he's going to limit the Diamondbacks or anything like that. Festa, like I said, if that's even, I'm sure that's how you pronounce it. No, I don't know what to say about that one. So, it's the craziest. Like for absolutely no reason, I find myself getting hungry. I just had the mental decision that I'm gonna get Jersey Mike's for lunch today. I honestly don't think I've ever had Jersey Mike's before, but there's one kind of by my house, and I've just decided that's what I'm gonna have for lunch today. Just in case you're wondering. Anyway. I feel really good. I feel good. Weird slate, I think, today, though, but I feel really great about fading Jordan Montgomery as the Twins are hitting lefties just so well. I know the first 5 team total is going to be a better value, but I think Jordan Montgomery over 2.5 is the safer route in this spot here. I think we're going to be really good there. We're going to kickstart the day. Early game at 3:40. We're going to kickstart the day with the Twins just beating up on Jordan Montgomery. We're looking, we're going to get a third inning cash, something like that. We're going to move on to the Braves, and hopefully they're going to jump all over the White Sox. And, we're going to be looking good for the Chris Sale win. and then we're paying attention. Then we need the Phillies to win, and we need Trevor Rogers to not get a win, and we're gonna have a couple things going on. But I feel good. So the official plays today, and before we do that and everything, as a reminder, make sure you like the video today. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I mean, just do all that stuff for me if you wouldn't mind. Corey, Imanaga outs, man. I honestly don't care to touch or look at the Cubs. They're just a trash can of a team, it seems like right now. I think I need to see that guy pitch well again, because he's had a couple outings here where he's just struggled. And I'm just not interested in it, to be honest. Officially today, though, guys, for the podcast, we'll talk about home runs in a second. We're going to ride Jordan Montgomery over 2.5 earned runs. If you're feeling frisky, run that first 5 team total. It's kind of the same play. But I think he's going to pitch into the 6. It allows us to have an extra inning to get it done. Minus 125, I think that's really great value. Phillies minus 1.5 at minus 130. Another great look. Zach Wheeler has been phenomenal. Great at home. Trevor Rogers just simply does not win. 1-8 on the year, if I'm not mistaken. What did we say? A 5 or 6 ERA. Phillies hitting the ball really well. Phillies are great offensively at home. And Trevor has gone against the Phillies, 12 times, got a 6 ERA. He's won just one time against them. And then we're going to ride with Chris Sale to get the win against his former team. Chris Sale has got 10 wins already on the year. The White Sox don't see a lot of pitches. Chris Sale is going to go 7 solid innings. He's going to strike out a double-digit guys. I think he owns them. As long as he's winning when they come out, they don't blow it. And then, the Trevor Rogers mixture with that, I feel really good about that. Using that as a juice reducer, it was minus 118, like I said. Those will be the 3 plays. We're looking for a sweep again here today. Like I said, I don't really have a 2-leg. I really look at the Orioles here, but I don't really have a mix with it. The Orioles and the Phillies, the Orioles and the Braves. I mean, I just normally bet heavier on those plays, and with these higher odds, it's just always something goofy happens, and I don't think I'm willing to, bet heavier in that sense. So I think I probably back off it today. Something for later, like I said, I feel like you could fade Jose Berrios against the Yankees, but I just wish they were hitting a little better here, recently. And I really think the Guardians, the Royals could be a good over. And then you got Flaherty, who's been a solid pitcher going against the Angels later on. So there's certainly some things to still look at later on. Possibly, for me to put a Discord and everything like that if you're in there. But for now, those will be the 3 official plays. And then if you guys don't have anything home run related, I mean, this is where I was sitting. There's just, if you look at like the Twins, like I said, there's just so many options, and part of me really wants to like default to Royce Lewis because he had been hitting the ball so well, and it's been a minute since he's hit a home run. But Carlos Correa, he hits lefties really well. The type of pitches that he goes up against, he hits them really well, too. These, I get so many, like, you guys would not believe. I don't even have that big of an account. You don't know how many people are like making an app, or they're doing this or that, and they want me to retweet it, or they want me to pay for me to promote it, and I get money for referrals and stuff like that. Honestly, it's nonstop. This account at least is bigger, so I mean, maybe I'll read it instead of somebody with like 30 followers, and it's like, hey, you want to I don't know. It's out. Anyway, I just got one. That's what made me. Anyway, I want to run Carlos Correa. He, off of what Jordan Montgomery throws, it's a good matchup. He hits lefties really well. Marcell Ozuna is just Marcell Ozuna. I mean, dude's been smacking the ball. I don't feel like he's hit a home run recently. So guys do. There was another reason why I liked him, and honestly, I can't remember off the top of my head. But there was some kind of little research on it that I did that I liked it. And then, I mean, I know Judge just hit a home run yesterday. Judge just hit 4 home runs against Jose Barrios. He bats 414 against them. I mean, Judge is just on another level. That's why his odds are plus 200. But I mean, when you need a third leg, throw. I mean, Otani, Judge. I mean, that stuff's gonna work for you or whatever, you know. So, I suck at these. Obviously, I don't hit these. The guys in the Discord are hitting home run parlays all the time. Um, and I'll tell you, like, if you're in the Discord and you follow Bandito Scum, I mean, whoever, like these guys literally for the last 4 hours, I'm in a group chat with some of them, have been discussing who they like for home runs for the last 4 hours. I put, 10 to 20 minutes into it and move on because I'm betting, straights and sides and pitcher props, and they're just doing home runs. So that's why those guys are probably hitting because they break down and use 12 different tools and everything like that, where I don't do that, So anyway, if you guys don't have anything else, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go Correa, Ozuna, Judge, and then for the official plays, Phillies -1.5, Jordan Montgomery, earned runs over 2.5. And then the Chris Sale to get a win, Trevor Rogers to not get a win, combos -118. Those are going to be the official plays today. Honestly, more than likely, those are going to end up in the Discord today too. But look, if they win, they win, I'll probably shop around. I know Fanatics has got some of these lines. I've been trying to pay attention, a little bit more attention to Fanatics and stuff here nowadays too, because they've got some good boosts and stuff. There is a 30% boost, I think, for a same game parlay. Feel like that's not a bad look. Honestly, no. I think that I think the Guardians and Royals is going to be the best look for that. The Royals just have such a spacious outfield that you could run like a Quan total bases, Bobby Witt total bases, and like Jose Ramirez total bases. Take an extra guy to get a hit with that boost, that'll be plus 1,000. Oh, it's sweat free, so never mind. So, but anyway, that's what I'll probably run, and something similar in that game for the Discord wise or whatever. But appreciate you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I need to shower. I have a shit ton of kids' laundry to put away. I need to get lunch, and then I have normal work to do. So appreciate you guys. I'm gonna close it out, and I will see you guys back tomorrow at 11:30. I almost hit my intro. There it goes.